Hey guys, this is Ed. I'm coming back to you for another week of beers and bots where we're actually switching out and we're actually doing some beer and cookie pairing. So we're actually going with beers and cookies for the next couple weeks until probably after New Year's. Um, and what we're going to do is, as I did last week, we're going to try to match up a beer with a cookie profile because, you know, plain old milk and cookies, that's kind of boring. So we're going outside of that. So for this week, we're going to kind of go outside of the bit of the box on both our cookie and our beer. I know this time of year with everything, plain chocolate chips, seems to be with what everybody wants to go with. So we're going to kind of, go a little bit and we're going to flip things on its edge, both, as I said, with the cookie and the beer, and we're going to do an inside out chocolate chip cookie. Well, I guess, for lack of a better term, it's a white chocolate cookie. But what we got is, our cookie base is going to be rich and fudgy and chocolate cookie. And with the way that this is done, it's definitely a soft kind of brownie like center. And then our chips, obviously, well, white chocolate chips, plain and simple. It's a reverse. Normally you would have chocolate chips in like a brown butter, not brown butter, but brown sugar base, cookie dough. So we're kind of flipping it, and obviously, again, it's just a white chocolate cookie, but we're fancying up and calling it an inside out chocolate cookie. But for our beer, we're also going to go kind of again outside of that. We're staying in Maine. I seem to be stuck in Maine. Lots of good stuff out of there, so can't go wrong with it. Again, the beer's not bad. It is what it is. But for this, and unbeknownst to me, we're actually going back to Lone Pine Brewery. We did this, I think, back like episode 2, a beer from them. And with this, we're going to do their honey donut fresh lemon glazed beer. This is an imperial stout. We'll go ahead and give up our can. So you can see it's a nice yellow, very bright can. Kind of catches the eyes. So as I said, this is an imperial stout, and as we've talked before, imperial, especially in this case, just it's a stronger or more of whatever that style of beer it is. And in this case, our sour, we're going to clock in at 7.5. So I guess that's probably where we're, slapping the imperial label on, because we're getting the higher ABV out of this. And anything, I'm just kind of hoping we're not getting extra sour in connection with this. So not a huge sour guy. So this is a little bit outside of my forte. As we know, obviously, darker the stuff, the better it is for me. But anyway, this beer here in question, it's not specifically what I was kind of targeting and what I was thinking of drinking today. But it's more kind of a beer of circumstance. I know I've said usually you can find anything and everything that you need when I go down to State Line Liquors, but today I went in with the intent of getting a blonde fruited sour. I'll go into a little bit more why I was targeting for that specific flavor profile. And I think today it's the first time ever that I stumped them. They had plenty of sours, plenty of blondes, and plenty of fruited beers. But what they didn't have was a blonde fruited sour. So we had all 3 pieces, but we didn't have all 3 together. My circumstance comes in that there was a representative from Lone Pine Brewery there, and he was showcasing a couple different beers, and lo and behold, he had just what we needed. I know it's lemon, still counts as a fruit, it's blonde, and it's sour. So, we get that. So, we can paraphrase Commissioner Gordon off of this from The Dark Knight. It's not the beer we deserve. It's the beer we deserve, but not the one we need right now. Or if you care, if you're a 80s music fan, we can take from the Cars, and, I guess it's just what I needed. So, these guys with Lone Pine, Holy Donut is actually the name of a donut shop up in Maine, I believe in Portland, Maine, where Lone Pine is housed out of. And as the rep talking with him today, they said they pair up with them for a couple different flavor profiles, and depending on where they go, a lot of their stuff's more on the imperial stout side of things, where they do go into these other kind of forays, depending on what the flavor profiles that they get. I think they just have one. It's like a triple berry. It sounds amazing. It's raspberry, blueberry, and I'm drawing a blank on the last one. I think it's strawberry. Sounds about right. And it's an imperial stout. Looks amazing, but they didn't have it. We had this, so this is what we picked up. So again, I guess going back as to why we wanted a blonde fruited sour. We didn't want to go with stuff that's just on the norm. We wanted to kind of go, outside of the box. And what I'm hoping to try to do is to kind of accentuate the vanilla in our cookie. So, kind of show, keep dropping the cookie, can't pick it up, so you can kind of see nice, good thickness to the cookies. We get them, raise them up. Ooh, lost a chip, runaway chip there. So nice and loaded in there. So we got lots of vanilla. So what we're going to try to do is accentuate that vanilla in the cookie, and hopefully this beer should do the trick. It's, from what I've seen and talked to him, it is a combination of lemon zest, lemon puree, donut. Of course, they're collaborating with the donut company, vanilla extract, and lactose. We're hoping this will do the trick. We're hoping for something kind of fruity, buttery, I don't know, and even vanilla-y. I know that's not a word, but we're making it a word tonight. So, in this case, we're hoping we're going to get something like a lemon custard pie type situation, or maybe lemon tart or Danish. So it should hopefully combine, kind of pull that out, the creaminess. The lactose should give us that. They said that kind of helps cut the sour and gives a creamy, cakey profile on that. So, from the little sample that I tasted there, didn't really sample, because we want to save it for tonight. It will give you a strong sharp lemon up front profile, and it kind of softens on the backside for that. So we'll go ahead and crack open our Holy Donut. Do love that name, by the way. I guess if I ever get up to Portland, we'll go see them out. I like finding a nice, good donut shop when I'm in towns. Nope. We're getting nice, good. There we go. Set it up. So we get a nice clean head off of that. A little cloudy. Good blonde texture. Color, I should say. It's not texture. Color's not a texture, but, so... good carbonation in there. It's a little cloudy, more towards the top than at the bottom. Definitely, you get the lemon just kind of hits you on that. Do get the vanilla, the cake, the donut taste on there. So we'll go ahead and give it a taste. Ooh. There we go. That will make you pucker. It's almost like, I don't know, a little bit like a lemon head there, but it definitely eases off the initial bite. If you're not ready for it, it hits you. So, it definitely is good. So let's go ahead and, so these little tartness, which is, what you're looking for. We got lemon, so that's what we would expect. So let's go ahead, we'll mix up, we'll get our cookie, another pour on there. So again, kind of showing that, nice, good. So break off a little bit, and I guess we'll combine it up. We do get that kind of desired feel that we want. The chocolate actually helps cut a little bit of the sourness that comes in right off of that front bite. So it's a little smoother. You know, you saw my pucker face when I first drank that straight up. With the cookie, you know, the chocolate definitely helps when the vanilla bursts through. We had that lemon overtaste on it, and then the lactose on the backside gives us that nice kind of creamy finish that we're looking for. So definitely a good pairing. You know, we'll not going to dunk this week like we did last week. So, but that was good. Kind of that's much better. I got more of the vanilla, the more blending of that chocolate then again cuts into it. Then get a lot of the chocolate, still a little bit, you know, that flavor profile of the brownie that comes throughout the cookie texture. It's good. You know, mixing them together definitely cuts that initial sourness of the beer. It's a good flavor profile. So if you're looking for something a little different, this is definitely going to be outside of the box. You know, it's not going to be something that, you know, average person's probably going to reach for, you know, but I definitely highly recommend it if you're, you know, again, I'm not a huge sour guy, but this is a flavor profile combination I have no problems with. It mixes good. They balance each other. It's definitely, you know, I was a little worried this may go south real quick, but quite surprised. It turned out a little better than expected for everything with that. So again, I thank, you know, everybody for tuning in, you know, watching this. Hopefully you like, subscribe to the channel, see some more, you know, maybe when we come out of the new year, continue doing this. If, you know, people like it, I seem to like it, you know, and find better, you know, ways to pair. And we'll branch out from cookies and do other stuff for pairings. Might be a little tough to do like a dinner or such, but you know, desserts, cookies, cheeses, what have you. We can go wherever we want with that. So, but you know, again, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. You know, if you're out and about, definitely recommend picking it up. If you're at a Christmas party and they got white chocolate chip cookies, or as I call them, snooty wise, little bougie inside out chocolate chip cookies, you know, you have a good pairing. I probably even would say any, you know, or I shouldn't say any, but most any other type, you know, if we had like a, you know, where I was looking for was hopefully would have been like more like a raspberry or a cherry fruited sour. I guess even, you know, I have some, I'll probably break it out later. I have a Grand Cru, which is like a red imperial ale. The one that I have, it's cherry, for cherry barrel, cherry bourbon. And, you know, I think that would be a good profile in there as well. Again, the sourness helps kind of cut, you know, from the chocolate, the sweetness, they balance out. You know, we want both sides, you know, and, you know, the fruit coming through to accentuate with the white chocolate kind of just gives that nice creamy texture that's there. So again, I thank you all. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and again, subscribe if you like these, and we'll catch you on the flip side, and we'll catch you hopefully next week. So thanks, guys.